Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Fallout 76 video on the channel. In the last few days, Bethesda announced yet another update for the PTS, adding in some new changes that will be on the way in future updates, potentially not the update that's coming out literally tomorrow, which will be Tuesday the 21st, but this should be more kind of related to the stuff coming in March. Now, we don't know the exact date in which this update is going to be coming out yet, but it presumes it's going to be the first week or two in March. But in the patch notes, they've added in some really interesting changes which I really want to test out and share with you guys. Now, if you are new to the channel, I post updates on all the Fallout 76 news, so make sure to be subscribed to the channel, and if you enjoy this one, make sure to hit that like button. Let's dive in and check out the new changes. Alright, so one of the new changes which we kind of already knew about, but there's been a bug fix with it, so I wanted to share it with you guys, is the fact that you can now store your fusion cores and plasma cores inside of your ammo box if you've got Fallout First. Now, this will only be available if it has 100% charge, as you can see in the middle of the screen there, 100 out of 100. And there was a bug where basically you would store all of your fusion cores, including the one inside of your power armor. However, this has now been fixed, so it should no longer be an issue for when the update comes in. Now, while we're talking about this, there is another feature which I haven't actually spoke about on a video yet. I've been meaning to make a video about all this, but I thought I'd just throw it all into this one. But basically, if you go onto your effects now and you scroll down, you will see that whenever you're wearing power armor, it actually grants you plus 10 strength, which is a big bonus. It gives you a lot more carry weight, so an ideal good change, which really should have probably been there all the time, given the fact you're wearing power armor. Really, you should be able to carry a lot more. Now, another change that has come in, and I'd argue it's a pretty exciting one, is the fact you can now scrap your mod boxes. So all of your mod boxes should come up. Obviously, I've only picked up these few on me now, but if you go to mods, I've got all these on me right now. And there's a new change where basically you can scrap these in for modules. So if you've got a 1-star, which is kind of strange, but you'd only get one module for a 1-star effect, which to me is a little bit odd, given the fact like a bloodied one, let's say, is a really good one, and you wouldn't really want to scrap that for one module. But if you go and scrap this one, which I don't really care so much about, you can scrap it. But look at this, chance to learn as well. You can learn the Hunter's mod, which is a pretty decent effect, and you also get the legendary module. Decent effect in terms of like, it's cool that I can scrap these and have the potential of actually learning them. This could mean it's a lot better now to actually get the mods that you want and actually be able to craft them. So I actually really like that. So I'm going to scrap a couple just in case I get anything decent. But yeah, as you scrap them, as you can see, if you've got a 2-star, that goes to 3 modules. If you've got a 3-star, you get 6 modules. And if you've got a 4-star, you'll get 12 modules. So yeah, not too bad. I do think some of them should be a bit different. Like, I think getting 1 module for a bloodied mod box is not ideal, but however, you probably wouldn't be scrapping a bloodied one or an unyielding one or something like that, would you? All in all though, I do think it's a really positive change, and it gives you actually something to do with them rather than just letting them sit in your stash box like I do. If I go to my stash box now, I've probably got quite a few in here, and yeah, no doubt you guys do too. So yeah, it's a nice little way to get rid of them and stop it from taking all this weight in your stash box, unless you want to sell them for caps. But as you can see, I'm nearly max caps anyways, and there's nothing to spend caps on. Alright, now another really awesome change, which I actually kind of like, is in relation to the Onslaught effect. Now, Onslaught is a kind of new word for Furious, basically, so what I'm going to do is quickly modify this weapon, which is an anti-armor, which I don't really want to get rid of, but I'm going to change it over to Furious. And basically the new changes with this is they've actually modified it in certain little ways. So now they've fixed an issue where stuff wasn't stacking correctly, but also when it wouldn't actually expire. So I think Angry Turtle posted a video the other day of the Onslaught effects and how they kind of play in the game and how they are used. But when you were kind of fast traveling or moving around, it was kind of messing it up and they weren't expiring. So you could literally like get your Furious effects on there, or your Onslaught effects even, then you could go fast travel somewhere else and they'd kind of glitch out and stay on there. So every kill afterwards you'd get like the 100% bonus or whatever bonus you may be getting depending on your perks and stuff. And they've also added in a new HUD indicator to say what Onslaught effects you have. Oh, look at the bottom corner as well. That's an interesting change. That I think was in the patch notes, but I didn't understand it properly. So in the bottom right corner of the screen right now, you can see I've got 383 chems and 383 mutations, maybe? Now, I can't see anything else in relation to that, but I'm presuming that has something to do with being a ghoul, because obviously you're meant to take chems and stuff to make yourself more glowing and all that jazz, or less feral, whatever it may be. But if we go over to, let's see if I've got anything on me. I've got some cyclos, so I'll take some of that. That's taken me away from being feral now. However, it still says 383, 383. So I don't know. If you know anything better on that in the bottom corner of the screen, please let me know, because I don't know. I find that a little bit confusing. I'm going to have to dig into that a little bit and find out what the crack is with that. Alright, so to test out the new HUD indicator for Onslaught, it should appear in the bottom right by the underneath the AP meter. I've come down to Fisher Prime just to test it out. Now you can only max out in 9 stacks, I believe. So let's have a look what's happening. As you can see there, the little scope one, 100. Sorry, for 1 even. You'll see it pop up again. So it seems to have a bit of a cooldown time as well, because as you're shooting enemies, it's kind of stopping. So when you shoot a different enemy, it does drop it, but then it doesn't come straight back on. So unless you've got to aim for a new enemy, like there, 1, he's dead. Never mind, not a great example. 1. But staying at 1, even though I've hit him multiple times, like that's a bit I don't understand. Why is it staying at 1? Surely it should go up the more consistent hits I have on the same target. That one's gone to 9, unless it's in like a quick succession. We'll need to try it on a bigger creature like the Scorched Beast to get like a full proper example. But there you go, that one's gone up to 9. And then it's staying on the 9. So I think I've just heard a Scorched Beast land right over there. But let's have a look. There you go, so it's on 9 right now. And then if I shoot a different enemy, it should drop. There you go, it's gone down to 2 now. So you need to keep on the same enemy for it to actually like go up. You know, for some reason that one's only at 1 though, even though I'm hitting the same enemy. That's the bit I don't understand. Either way, that is the new indicator, so if you've got a better understanding of it than me, you'll probably find that a lot more helpful. But I just find it a little bit weird and inconsistent, but that could be down to my just sheer little bit of knowledge on the Onslaught. Still trying to understand the way it works and stuff like that. But there, let's see, we've hit that one before. I wonder if since we haven't hit it in a while though, it'll stack again. It has, yes, that's gone straight to 3 there. Alright, these are landing now. This will make life a bit easier. Yeah, but look. Alright, now it's going up to 9. It's actually gone up. And then I must have hit another enemy because it dropped off. There you go. Now it's at 9, so I should be getting any bonuses from that. Now, if I had perks on as well, since switching to a goal, it's messed up my entire perk system. But you can get different perks which use the Onslaught feature and do more damage and reload faster and whatever it may be. So if you've got them on, that's when you'll be able to kind of track when it'll be doing better, because in the bottom right corner it'll tell you exactly how many stacks you've got, and then you'll be able to work out the bonuses going from that. So it's pretty helpful to have it on screen. I do like it as a new feature, and it should be a lot better in that sense, because prior to this you were just completely blind to what bonus you were getting from the Onslaught. So ideal, I like it. Now, I think there could be a potential Pounder's nerf, but in a sense of it's actually just made it kind of do what it's supposed to do in the first place. So in the patch notes it says, reworded for Onslaught and fix an issue with the stack limit. So prior to this, if you remember in the, currently in the live servers, if you go and do a raid, you can do like the first enemy as well as the snake and whoever else you fancy, and use Pounders, and it absolutely destroys them, because I think the stacking limit on there is broken. So right now when I'm getting these, I've got the 9 stack in the bottom right. That was kind of like just broken and going to whatever limit it was actually limited to rather than 9, and that was meaning you were doing a lot more damage. This now has been corrected and you should only get plus 10% damage per Onslaught stacks, and it says plus 10 max stacks on there. So you can only get 10 stacks now rather than however many it was going up to before. Alright, so that is potentially a little nerf, but in a sense of making it how it should have originally been. Now, another positive change that is meant to be coming in is a new setting, which I'm going to have to try and find because it could literally be anywhere. However, there is meant to be a setting now which allows you to block the message when you try and open your perk card menu. So here we go, unopened perk card pack prompt. So you can now turn that off. I don't know if there's any other advanced mod descriptions on, any kind of like new settings on there, but there may be some hiding in there. But you can now turn that off, so now when you open your Pip-Boy and you go to level up, it goes straight to your perks. Whereas if I go back to settings now and I scroll back down to it, which you will see in a second when I catch up to it, so That one turned on. Now if I go back to this and I open up my perk menu, it gives me this pop-up which everybody hates. So another really solid change, which I think a lot of people have been asking for quite some time, and it is definitely coming in, so that should be a lot of good stuff, and we'll have to wait and see when that gets added, because really it's only a small change, I'd like to say. So who knows, it could get added tomorrow, but I very much doubt it. It's probably going to come in the March update, but either way, it's a positive change and I'm looking forward to that one coming in. Just look at it one more time. Look at that. It doesn't even do it. And this is my broken build. As you can see, I've got unused perk points because when I changed into a ghoul, it just unequipped a bunch of them because now I can't use a lot of the ones that I was using. So just brilliant. Now I need to fix it. Now moving on to the perk changes, there's been even more change. So very interesting indeed. And this is the ones that's coming up. So we've got Ironclad, which has dropped from 5 ranks down to 3. And it now increases all of your resistances. There is the new ones on there. So it goes 15% more protection, 20% and then 25%. Demolition Expert has also changed, dropping ranks from 5 down to 3, with rank 2 now increased from 20% to 40%, and rank 3 increased from 30% to 60%. They've also changed it as well now, so Demolition Expert is no longer needed when wanting to craft explosives, so another positive in that one as well. Home defense has been fixed as well, so now it should correctly increase turret damage, and the damage bonus is now 50%, 75% and then 100% depending on the rank. Gunrunner has been changed, so it now works with any ranged weapon. Modern Renegade now works with all small guns, and the chance to cripple has now been replaced with increased limb damage. Tank Killer has also been changed and now works with all small guns. And so has Crackshot, allowing that to change and work with all small guns as well. Overall, a lot more positive changes to perks and a lot more positive changes coming in overall in the game, so lots to be excited for when these all get added. For now though guys, that is all of the news I have for this video, so I hope you all did enjoy. If you did, hit that like button, make sure to subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching, bye bye.